The pathway is about growth, but it's also about bespoking it to your personal journey. Let's start with some credibility. I've fell down multiple times. I've built very successful multi-award winning businesses. I've been coached since age 18. I'm obsessed with the learnings that I received from 4 of the top psychologists around the world. I've conditioned my brain to feel good for no reason at all every single day. I've conditioned my brain to see solutions and innovation and creativity and everything. I see pain as gifts. I believe that your life matters and you could do more, see more, be more, and you're not even touching the edge with your potential of what you could do with your life. And that's what the pathway is. The pathway will take you on a journey that you will evolve and grow beyond what you can even imagine. To do what the pathway does, you have to give deep respect to some words. Coach, coaching, leadership, leader, legacy, purpose, because you have to be the example. How do we find purpose? We're coached. We're consistently going through the layers to discover who we were, who we are, and who we want to become. Because when you find purpose, time doesn't exist. It's like you're on the surfboard. It's like you're an eagle in the sky. That's how it feels. You're on a perfect frequency and everything is just presented to you. We have an option of 7 assessments that we bespoke to clients. People can select what event they want. You've got Reach Your Peak Scotland, which is about where were you, where are you, and where are you going. That's a journey about self-discovery. Then you've got Kilimanjaro, more about empathetic, you know who you are. Now it's about paying attention to other people, seeing and hearing and feeling through the eyes and ears and feelings of another human being. Then you've got Reach Your Peak Everest Base Camp. That's about you truly discovering how far you can really go. We're able to tell through brain mapping of all the things at a deep level that's holding you back. And we do it in 6-month intervals, but we only do it to people that are very open-minded to it. But that's where real transformation occurs. If you continually repeat the learning with the assessments, you will continually discover. So we're at the roller coaster. You're strapped in and we're ready to go. And you're asking me, do you work with all the people, Stevie? Absolutely. All the 250 people on that roller coaster? Absolutely. We're all on the roller coaster, we're all strapped in, we've all signed up to the pathway. But we can't be responsible for the pace, the speed. We can facilitate information, but you're the people that have to do the work. It's entirely down to you, the speed of your roller coaster. You have to evolve and grow, and yes, you can look at the past, the present, and see the distance that you've came, and that'll be motivational for you. A big part of that is to do with vision. A big part of that is if you come to Reach Your Peak Scotland, you've got a gravestone there. Because we create flip charts with your face on it, and you're looking at you at the end. And we all know what I'm talking about here, because when you know how much time you've got left, what happens? They call it a bucket list. When people engage in the pathway, it's because they want to create a compelling future for their life. But it's about being truly authentic, taking the masks off, showing the world who you are. Where do we start? I love starting with you. I love starting with the relationship you have with you. What's the story you tell yourself? How does it make you feel? Where does all your focus go? Then we start to look at emotional intelligence. We start to look at it on the hour, every hour. How do we score that? Every hour on the hour, just put a number down and start to describe how you feel, start to track your thoughts. Then we look at all the areas of your life wheel. Now we start to bridge the gap against where you are, and we understand fully where you are, but we start to create targets. We can go to the end of life if you want, or we can just go 3 months or a year into the future. But we're going to become more attentive to that. We're going to love the present because we're going to incorporate meditation into your life, because really that's all we have is the now. But now all of a sudden through 16 to 20 weeks we're starting to create these lanes, and all these lanes are appearing. We're starting to really understand our unconscious triggers. We're starting to understand our beliefs, and everything is becoming aware. Your senses are becoming so heightened that you can see. But the pathway's job is to get you to see further than you can even see. It starts with that moment, ding! And when the trust is there, we go into your soul. Say, what do you want life to be like? But we have to get you to understand the engine. So now you've got all the lanes moving across your life. You're starting to understand the emotions to master them. Guess what else is happening? You're starting to create huge awareness around about you because you're starting to be able to read other people. You're now starting to coach other people because you're now starting to understand self, which means that you can understand others. You're starting to future think, which means that you're starting to look and be clever when you're leading other people. You're becoming a smarter leader, a leader that can anticipate the future. Then you move over to the business bosses. We start with your own psychology. We start with the roadmap. Do you have one? How far can you see? Then we go into innovation concepts. What you're doing within your business, what you're doing within your sector. Because now what we're looking at is the UK champions, the European champions and the global champions. Now we're challenging you to see beyond that. Now we're looking at global marketing. Now we're looking at sales mastery. But where did we start initially? We started with your whole financial management. It's about that team. We go from the accounting right down to the internal infrastructure, and we get everybody joined up in how we can measure, because you cannot manage what you're not measuring. Because it's about optimization and maximization, about this mindset of constantly improvement. All you're seeing is solutions, innovation and creativity. No more negativity. You've got one channel way of thinking. Present, boom. Present, boom. Now your life is changing and now your business world is changing. What is the pathway? I'll leave you with this. Dr. Bander in his first ever event with me, 10 people in the room, and he took a marker and up to a flip chart and he put a wee dot. And all I could see was this toty wee black dot, and he looked at me, put the pen down and said, Stevie, yep, look. And the size of the solar system, son, that's Earth. And you're going to make a contribution that's massive to that dot. How significant are you?